Your referee, third man in the middle, Mr. Philip Holiday.
Gentlemen, I've been through the instructions in the change room. Let's have a clean fight. Listen to my instructions at all times, okay? Good luck to both of you. And listen, that's it.
Dimps Gillies, Lachlan, O'Shea. Referee Philip Holiday. 3 ringside judges, Adam Height, Johnny
out.
Watson and Phil Austin. We are scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Another right versus left-hander. Gillies in the black and red. O'Shea in the black and gold. The black and gold is the left-hander, which means not only is he right with his left hand, he punches harder with his left hand.
Exciting start here. A couple of shots have landed from both boys already to start off this first round. Like you said, a clash of styles once again. Orthodox versus Southport. Both boys throw plenty of punches, so yeah, action's coming for sure.
Dimps really relaxed prior to the fight. Forever smiling is Dimps Gillies. Just a wonderful nature for the young man.
And like you said, he's in the purple patch of his career. He's had a couple of wins and a draw in his last 3 fights, and obviously didn't start too well his pro career, but he's really coming on, and you can see even taking on Lachie O'Shea, who's a very avoided man in Queensland. He's certainly up for it here tonight. You can see right in the pocket and willing to trade with him.
Punch out, punch out.
A couple of big wins from Lachie O'Shea over Ben Horn throughout his career. So his only losses have come to very, very experienced people. I think people like Ethan Law, Andrew Hunt, Ken Aiken. So you can sort of see the calibre that he's been fighting at, Lachie O'Shea.
Back against the ropes here, and that's not ideal. Where's a right hand? Another right hand. That's really good response, though, from O'Shea. Some counter boxing. Geez, they're on each other's chests. They haven't worried about just edging into the fight. They haven't worried about finding range and where you need to stand. They're in the pocket, Nathan, and firing away early.
I just always mark this one down as a fight of the night contender just because of their styles. They've got a clash of styles, and it's got war written all over this one, that's for sure.
Stop! He's back. Now, go on. You need to go. Go on.
Okay, mouth guards come out here. Is it Dimps?
Let's go. Hurry up, guys. No, you winning. Go. You're winning.
Caleb Gray is principal. Also in the corner, Stevie Wajinko. Nugget McNaught, Blitz Hall of Famer trainer.
Good shots off the rope there from Lachlan O'Shea. Oh, and another right hand over the top. There's a couple of big shots from Lachie O'Shea, but there's Dimps Gillies with his own version of a right hand. Wow, explosive end to that first round.
Very explosive and enjoyable from our seat. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the action live from Southport.
Really entertaining first round once again. Plenty of output from both boxers. Fighting off the ropes really well was Lachie O'Shea, but when Dimps got close enough, he was good enough because he was throwing with his own set of artillery, and you can see towards the back end of that round, he really found a home for a couple of big shots like that right hand there.
Yeah, some nice work, and just at the end, it started as counter boxing, but he became the aggressor and the leader there, didn't he, Lachlan O'Shea? It was a subtle but really nice little turn, Nath, as you pointed out at the time. This is round 2. We are scheduled just for 18 minutes of work if we go to the judges' scorecards.
Good turn. Yeah, really.
Dimps looking for that really awkward looping left hand. He's now turned into Southport mode himself.
Yeah, he switched it up a couple of times in that first round as well. And you can see, oh, wow, that left hand didn't get full freight, luckily for Lachlan O'Shea, but it definitely caught him still.
Shot of the fight, perhaps. Certainly looked the part.
Good body shot there from O'Shea. Trying to mix it up and finishes to the head really well as well. This is starting to warm up and warm up fast, Andy.
Yeah, it certainly is. We're almost a minute in to round number 2, and Gillies had O'Shea back into the corner. Not for the first time, a short punch from Gillies.
Yeah, I like those body shots there from Lachlan O'Shea, really dropping the guard and then coming over the top.
If you're not familiar with boxing, you don't watch a lot of it, and you don't understand the tactics, the body shots. Well, if you get a good one in, it takes the wind out of you, and that's fight over. You might break a rib, but predominantly you're going to the body to try and drop the defence of your opponent. So your opponent starts protecting his ribs. It means his elbows drop and his chin becomes an available target.
Good left hand there from Lachie O'Shea. 2, 3, 4 in a row there, all finding a home. The mouth guard comes out for the second time. And he gets a warning on the fly there.
He's not spitting it out, and there is a huge difference between spitting out a mouth guard or a mouth guard coming out, and that happened right in front of us, right over the top of us. Dimps not spitting the guard out.
There's a good turn there from O'Shea and came back with his own kit of punches, and another body shot there.
Changes sides, goes into the left-hand rib cage of Dimps Gillies.
Good right hand from Dimps Gillies. A looping hook, and he turns back to the orthodox stance now. And back to Southport. He's mixing it up here.
We'll have to double-check and see the family tree of our ring announcer, James O'Shea. I don't think he and Lachlan are related. I think Lachlan's the fighter of the family. James is the lover. Gillies, the counter punch there from O'Shea, a beauty.
Yeah, that was good. Just made him miss and made him pay there, did O'Shea. I tell you what, hasn't Dimps come on? Honestly, mate, I reckon a year or two ago this would have been a mismatch. Complete mismatch. But now he's in for the fight. As we could see some replays of that second round, another high energy round. Plenty of punches thrown once again, like previous bouts on tonight's card. The counter shots are coming better from that man, Lachie O'Shea, but every now and again, Dimps Gillies just pulls a big shot as he tries to turn this fight in his favour.
Presence slow.
Maybe when you shoot a little step back, then come in on the night. Definitely right to the body.
Instructions coming fast for Dimps Gillies.
Good
left hand from Gillies, yeah. Back into that right hand stance. I think he's been caught defensively a couple of times, Dimps, almost front on in between the right hand, left hand, because he's used both stances so far tonight. Yeah, and it's okay when you're attacking, Nath, but if you're caught defensively like that, you're vulnerable.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can't get your distance right, especially when you're switching so much and so often, you can't get your distance right. And what he's doing as well is he's standing very high, Dimps. You can see, not bending his knees at all, so he's a very big target for Lachlan O'Shea. So when he throws, he connects.
O'Shea against the ropes again. And it's not by chance. It hasn't happened that way because Lachlan O'Shea is actually pulling Dimps Gillies into that position. And that's when he's done his best work. But Gillies with a couple of punches there that were both good scoring shots. Not high on power, but scoring shots nonetheless.
Two good jabs there from Dimps. Oh, and a body shot rips in.
Oh, you can hear them echo around any auditorium that you're in or any stadium. And you can also hear the victim exhaling, that the wind just comes out of them.
Yeah, Lachlan O'Shea, when he throws combinations, 2, 3 or more, that's when he lands, and there it is once again. You can see when he's doubling it up or tripling it up or doing some sort of combo, because Dimps isn't moving his feet, he'll eventually get caught with one of them in the combination.
Nicely evaded there from Lachie O'Shea. Nice shot. Just a one-off, though, that time from Gillies. Under a minute remaining, round number 3, almost halfway through this fight. Dimps Gillies, Lachlan O'Shea. Still to come, Nathan Watson, Bryce McLaughlin for the Australian middleweight title. It is vacant.
Two good shots there from Lachie O'Shea. It was a body shot first and then a big left hand over the top to finish off. And what happens, Andy, when you're throwing a body shot and a head shot in the one combination, you're creating gaps. Because, like you said in an earlier fight, you're either bringing your guard up or you're bringing your guard down. So if you throw a body shot and a head shot in the one combination, you're creating gaps somewhere.
Last couple of seconds of round number 3. An O'Shea round, very much so. Picking Gillies off almost at will here. Back to the corners we go, and a lot of work required from the blue corner.
And what a round 3 was. Plenty of action once again. Like we've seen all throughout this night, plenty of punches thrown from both combatants. As you can see, the more the fight goes on and the more the round goes on, the more it heats up. You can see they get comfortable with each other's power and they just start launching away. That was the combination that I spoke about when he ripped to the body, created an opening to the head, and he capitalized. Bang, bang. There it is.
He's not spitting out, it's just coming up with a shit now, guy.
Just as all the air is leaving your body, you get your whiskers tested.
Go, go, go.
With a left hand, that was dominant from Lachlan O'Shea. Halfway through this contest, 3 rounds down, 3 remain. This is the Ace Boxing Group. Our major sponsors, Ultratune, Pro Edge Civil and the Empire Nightclub. Love to thank Bill Chaser, Ronnie Wanless from Wanless Waste Management and Action Metal Recyclers, Hannay Lawyers, Avia Homes, Madison Sport and Zoo Creative. Pushing forward, edging forward here is Dimps Gillies.
Both boys in the Southport stance at the moment as Dimps switches once again to the orthodox stance.
I love the theory behind switching from left to right.
I don't.
Yeah. I don't like seeing it unless it's a really experienced boxer, because I think an inexperienced boxer, and Dimps is just that with only the 6 fights, I think you're actually overthinking and outthinking yourself.
You're exactly right. Now, only very few can do it, and it's at that top level, because you're creating gaps that aren't usually there if you're not comfortable in one position. I think just perfect one stance and just keep on working on that.
Gillies looking to load up here, but he's wary because from that counter-punching position, that's when O'Shea has had his best moments throughout the fight.
Yeah, agreed. He's doing a very good job of fighting off the ropes, as you can see. But when he doubles up or triples up his combinations, he's having success. Good body shot there from Dimps. I would have liked to see a hook over the top to finish off, and there it is there, but it just split apart. Oh, and another rip to the body.
Body shot's a good one. They haven't dropped the guard as yet of Lachlan O'Shea. Keep throwing them, they will. It just happens.
G's improved Dimps Gillies, though. Wow.
Watch your head, Lachlan.
O'Shea looking for that almost bolo left hand.
Good shots, yeah.
Terrific from Lockie O'Shea, and the defence equally as good.
Yeah, it was half an uppercut, then a left hand to follow. Both catching Dimps. 20 seconds left in this round. Both boys will explode once they hear the 10-second buzzer. Oh, good shot there once again from O'Shea.
Yeah, it was. Arguably the most powerful shot of the fight.
Here we go. Open up, boys.
Work rate, extreme levels for 4 straight rounds. They deserve this 60-second rest.
And what a round it was. Once again, round 4. Both boys having their moments. Both boys not 100% defensively sound, and that's why they're getting caught with shots, especially because they're in the pocket always. They're never too far away from each other. There was a big swing and a big miss there from Lachie O'Shea, but like I've said throughout the commentary, when he throws more than one punch in the combination, that's where he's having his most of his success. Round number 5 of 6, you can see it's really starting to heat up once again. The penultimate round, 5 of 6. Look at Lachie O'Shea starting very fast with great punches.
Penultimate round, a lot of work to do for Dimps Gillies. Back to that Southport stance, should I say. And no doubt Lachie O'Shea is winning this comfortably on points, but to say how impressed I am with the skill level of Dimps Gillies, understatement.
Well, he's going to get in trouble here. He's going to get in trouble. The mouth guard's come out for a 3rd or 4th time throughout this bout.
And Dimps said, don't worry about it, let's keep going. And Lachlan went, okay, no worries. Let's keep throwing.
Good shots there from Lachie O'Shea. Oh, and a big shot from Dimps Gillies in close.
When they finally do break, Phil Holliday will separate them and fix up the mouth guard issue, but he's going to let this come to a natural close, this exchange, and they haven't.
And that's good refereeing, I think. Yeah,
it's terrific refereeing. He's been given the official warning, I think, Dimps. Next one, you will lose a point.
And that's fair enough.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, good shot there from Dimps. Body shot just missing the mark as well. And there's a left over the top from O'Shea.
Stretching, just overstretching probably that time. Lachie O'Shea, good right hand, a crossing left. When you've got a right hander versus left hander, you're looking at those front feet. Front foot of O'Shea, the front foot of Gillies. And what you're trying to do is get that front foot on the outside of your opponent. So you would say Dimps Gillies has got the advantage here. It opens up the angle.
Well, it opens up the angle for your power hand, that's for sure. So it just opens up your whole body. So that right hand or that left hand goes down straight down the barrel. Everything's parallel.
45 seconds remaining in the penultimate round here at Southport Sharks.
And this is good work from both boys again to close out this round with 30 seconds to go in this 5th round.
Oh, Lachie O'Shea, he slipped there and his leg came out, but it came out over the edge of not only the ropes, but the ring frame. Almost kicked me in the head, basically.
Yeah, that could have been catastrophic, but lucky it wasn't as both boys start opening up in the middle as 30 seconds comes off again, and there comes the punch output. At 30 seconds left in every round, the boys start heating up, and that's what they did once again.
What a brilliant finish. to round 5 of 6.
Wow. 6 of 6 coming up. But let's have a look at that round 5 action, especially that last 20, 30 seconds. That was electric. Both boys having their moments once again. Lachlan O'Shea fighting more off the back foot, but when he comes forward with punches, he's having success. Dimps Gillies marching forward. It's a very to and fro fight. I mean, it's, yeah, that last 30 seconds, I just want to see some of those replays. Unbelievable.
Good job, guys. Last shot, give it to me, okay? Good work, guys.
6th and final round. A little bit of a cuddle before some face punching. And Dimps Gillies and Lachlan O'Shea get ready to do it all again for another 3 minutes. Let's hope we see a few exchanges like we did the last 20 seconds of that final round. O'Shea in the black and the gold, Gillies in the black and the red with the MTG Fight and Fitness labelling on his back. Nice work there, 3-punch combination, the left doubling the right, changing levels from O'Shea.
Yeah, really good up and down work, like you said, from O'Shea, both scoring punches to the body and to the head. And every time Dimps tries to switch, what I'll be telling Lockie to do is throw your power hand, because when you're switching that often, you can't get your distance right. So you throw a power hand and more often than not it connects.
Minute down, the final round. Hooking right from Gillies, but the punches, the majority of them, they're coming from Gillies. They've worn themselves out. No surprise either, no surprise.
Yeah, plenty of punches thrown. More in this 6th than many 12-round fights, that's for sure.
Little short right hand once again from Lachlan O'Shea. Tries to go over the top of that right shoulder was Gillies.
Good shot there from Gillies into the body. Lachlan O'Shea trying to give back as good as he gets. Both boys at centre ring, good jab there from O'Shea. And there's a double up. Just over a minute to go in this final round, 6 of 6. Both boys, they'll come home strong. We know they're going to do it. There's a minute to go left.
They're earning their paycheck tonight, these two boys. Last fight for the year, you would assume, for both guys. Maybe the first festive beer this evening. Good one-off left hand from O'Shea that sets up his next combination. He does set up particularly well, and he's still very much learning his craft, Lachlan O'Shea. 7 wins, 3 losses, so a 70% record.
Right hand just missing there from Dimps. And a good hook lands that time from Dimps.
20 seconds remain. 20 seconds remain. Left hand from Gillies. Always uncomfortable leaving in the judges' hands, as we found out in our last fight. But Dimps Gillies and Lachlan O'Shea, they too are going to the judges' scorecard. Highly entertaining 18 minutes between two very different fighters. The two wonderful ambassadors for this great sport. Dimps Gillies, Lachlan O'Shea doing their thing here on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, another cracking fight, Andy. Both boys leaving it all out there. Plenty of punch output, like we've said throughout the whole 6 rounds. Both boys very happy with their performance. Both teams very happy with their combatants' performance. As we can see, some replays of this 6th and final round, and it was just more punches. Punches from both boys, hitting the body, hitting the head. Another really, really exciting fight.
He is just constant, Lachlan O'Shea. Wow. He is constant, constantly moving, constantly punching.
ugly, eh?
Dimps Gillies all smiles. The nugget behind him. Only 7 fights and still improving. In fact, both guys, you know, if you're realistically talking, both guys very much in the early stages of a career, if that's what they choose.
Yeah, certainly.
We're an impatient lot in 2023. We no longer get into the sport and have 12 fights in the first 12 months and try and dominate your region, then your state, then your country. It's all about getting overseas, picking up regional belts that sometimes don't mean all that much, but I guess like society, we're all in a rush, and as a result, we don't see many guys that aren't going to be world-class level sort of go beyond, you know, 10 or 12 fights. There's Dimps Gillies' mum. Let's go to James.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get set to make this one official. This one is proudly brought to you by Empire Nightclub. But don't forget that is our after-fight party venue as we get our two fighters to the centre ring to make this one official. Put your hands together for both fighters. What a display. They certainly deserve your applause, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Adam Height scores the bout 58 to 56. Judge John Watson scores the bout 60 to 55. And Judge Phil Austin scores the bout 60 to 54. All to your winner by unanimous decision. And it goes to the blue corner, Lachlan Slick Rick O'Shea.
Bit of a variation there in scores, 58-56, a 60-55 and a 60-54. Needless to say, the winner is